This isn't meant to cause you panic or FOMO, but it also kind of is because I am not going to beat around the bush either. You've heard me say it before, but I truly believe that this coming bull cycle, firstly, is going to be monumental. A ton of new revenue coming into the space when these ETFs get approved. And so the intersection of TradFi and crypto grows ever more closely together. But also, I do not see us having anywhere close to this opportunity again in as far as making such huge returns. Right now, things are almost perfectly aligned with this mass adoption on the precipice of being forced through by huge investment banks and institutions, starting a process that will ultimately leave people without any choice than to adopt crypto in some capacity, as well, of course, as the treasure trove of cash entering the market as these huge institutions start their money making machine in these new crypto waters. But as we've mentioned before, what comes with this new interest and revenue also brings with it regulations and control. It's inevitable. You can fight it, but it's an inevitability. Ultimately, the gains are going to suffer diminishing returns as these control measures are integrated, and we will see it happening in real time. Make no bones about it. 100x, 1000x, these are going to be harder and harder to see as things progress. Not that they're not already difficult to see anyway. A micro cap right now has a very high potential of being a large cap a little further down the road. And the barrier for entry for microcaps may even take the same road as stock IPOs and make it almost impossible to be an early investor, especially if you're a retail investor, at least to the same degree as we are right now. That's half the magic of the crypto landscape, being able to use your foresight to vet accordingly and take early positions without having to jump through all the hoops that you tend to when becoming an accredited investor in traditional markets. All this to say, it is absolutely imperative to make your moves now. We haven't been talking about positioning yourself now for the fun of it. This is the exact time you will make your money. Not in the bull cycle, when all prices are much higher. Your money goes a lot further right now. If you're looking for the right flags to signify which way the wind is blowing, they are blowing towards the mother of all bull markets, followed by a highly controlled, relative to now, crypto space that latecomers will not be able to leverage to their advantage and to the same degree as all of us here now are able to. Now, there are a few different ways to look at this opportunity before us. I watched a YouTube video a little earlier today that actually motivated me to make this video by a pretty well-known influencer. Their take was to invest in Ethereum, into Coinbase stocks, and a few other real well-known projects that, in my opinion, honestly, mean folks adhering to that strategy are missing out on the boat and missing out on the bigger picture. Yes, you want to be smart and invest into projects that you feel good about. You want to ensure you're being conservative and balancing your portfolio accordingly. But to be so conservative, you potentially miss out on huge gains that we may never get to see again in our lifetimes because you like the idea of nice, safe investments, only investing into projects and avenues that have already shown their best return on investments in cycles past. You're going to be 2000 and late. You have to stay relevant with this landscape. Of course, only you are able to set the bar in terms of what your risk tolerance is. But I want to give you as much context as possible, especially if you're new, because I've seen cycles play out. I kind of know what to expect. Any vet that's been through the cycles a few times is going to have a very different outlook in terms of what we can look to expect. And that in turn is obviously going to affect how much risk we're willing to take. Get involved. Start learning about what's looking like it has huge potential. There are a lot of groups out there you can join. You can join our private group, link in the description, and learn how we're setting and vetting projects, how we see, where we're seeing potential and what moves we're making. You've got no excuse to not educate yourself. You don't have to stay super conservative and miss out on the huge gains that are possible at such a crucial time. I'm not saying you shouldn't grab some Ethereum and almost guarantee yourself a 3x. But I am saying, unless you're buying millions of dollars worth, good luck retiring on that strategy. It goes without saying, I am not a financial advisor. So, of course, as always, make your own decisions. We are here, though, to make money. And I don't want my community missing out on one of the best periods of returns that we will ever see. And if this means we have to be brave and take a chance on highly vetted yet more risky projects, then so be it. That's life, unfortunately. He who dares wins, or she who dares wins. You've heard that before, and it is always proven to be true in my experience. So it is my opinion that we don't have much time left. And so if ever there was a time to suck it up, work your ass off with a second job, projects, a paper round, whatever it takes to give you more investable income, now is the time. I mean, I've even moved home, hence why I'm doing this from my kitchen right now in order to cut back on costs and be able to free up more dry powder to put to work in the crypto market. It's not easy, but in my experience, and it is my thinking that this is definitely going to pay off for me and for you if we play smartly right now. Be prepared to continue to accumulate. Again, we talk about it. We talk about what we deem to be our best options to make returns in our group. We won't be missing out on anything. You don't need a huge amount of money every week or month. It adds up as we go. If you don't have the positions that you ideally want to have, do something about it. And that means make more money, even if it's a little bit, and put it to work in advance of the bull market and watch that small amount grow. We have an opportunity to play this cycle smartly, and that means more than anything, taking early positions and being patient. For a lot of you, I know this is simply just a reminder, but for anyone new coming, this may be the most important lesson you will learn in crypto. As usual, please do like and sub. I am absolutely loving seeing this community grow as fast as it has been, and I'm excited to see us all making some huge returns in this next year. This is all because of you. I love the comments. I love the reactions. I'm really excited to see this community grow and all of us to prosper, and I wish you all the best. Please stay tuned for the next one and stay as relevant as you can over these next few months and year or so to make sure that you're not missing out on any of these opportunities that we talk about and many others are also talking about.